Okay, we're here. We're going to help you with this distance work, the 9.4 tangent worksheet. All right, so we're going to get started here. Okay, we'll start with this first problem. It says, find the value of each trigonomic ratio. Okay, what I recommend on all of your papers, this chapter anyways, is just to start by writing okay. No, on this one, we're just going to use the TOA. But just get used to doing this so we can memorize our little ratios, and that's what we're going to do. And so, I'm going to look. It says find the tangent of x. Just find the ratio, and so this is all you have to do. So this is a 1. So this would be opposite. Okay, this would be adjacent. This would be the hypotenuse. Okay, so TOA is opposite over adjacent. So I'm just going to write opposite over adjacent. And that is my ratio. Okay, I can't simplify it, so that is my ratio. That's what you do on the first 4. Okay, moving down to 5. It says find the value of each trigonomic ratio to the nearest 10,000ths. That's 4 decimal places. That's what we do in trigonometry. So tangent z. So I need to figure out which angle it is. Here we go. So that would be opposite. This would be adjacent. And right there would be our, which we're not using the hypotenuse with any of this because we're just using tangent. So this would be 12 over 16. Okay, we can simplify it, but we actually want to change it into a decimal. So just go ahead and let's make sure we're seeing it good. Just go ahead and do that. So you can just do 12 divided by 16. And there we go, 0.75. So I'm going to write that down as the answer, 0.7500. And I'm showing that 4 decimal places because that's what it says to do. This shows the accuracy of this particular. This one I'm not rounding, so it shows it. Okay, that's what you do on 6. Now move on. Find each angle measured to the nearest degree. We did not get to go over this in class at all. Okay, so this is basically the ratio. Okay, and I want to find what W equals, what the angle W equals in degrees. Okay, so this is just calculating. So I'm going to look at my calculator. What I'm going to do is I want to do the inverse operation of tangent. This is what the inverse operation of tangent would be. W equals tangent -1, and then I'm going to put in 0.0875. Okay, this is the inverse of tangent. This basically the tangent equals that, so the inverse tangent would equal. This is how you do inverse tangent, just like everything else. The opposite of tangent would be second tangent, and then I just type in those numbers. And I'm going to get. Okay, so that is going to be 5. So that'd be 5 degrees. Find the angle measurement. It is 5 degrees, and I think it's usually to the nearest degree. So I'm going to round to 5 degrees. Let's do one more, just to make sure we know what we're doing. Okay, again, this is just a one-step kind of problem. So W is going to equal inverse tangent okay, so I'm going to put that in there. Inverse tangent 0. I don't need to actually put the 0, but that's fine. I did it anyways. That is going to be 26.9, so that's going to be 27 degrees. Okay, so just basically calculator work. I'll move that so you can see the whole problem. Okay, moving on. if I can. The sheet of paper. All right, here we go. Find the measure of the indicated angle. So we're going to use this now in an actual shape. Okay, so I'm supposed to find this angle. Okay, so I know I'm only using tangent, so tangent of, I don't like putting question marks, so I'm going to put the theta that we talked about earlier, equals opposite, I got to do this, opposite over adjacent. So that's 31 over 30. Okay, what am I going to put in the calculator? Well, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do the inverse tangent. And I can change that to a decimal, but I'd rather just leave it as a fraction and put it into the calculator so I can get the closest answer. So inverse tangent. And then I'm going to just do 31 over 30. And I'm going to get 45.9, so I'm going to round that up to 46 degrees. Okay, that's what we're doing on 12, 13, and 14. Let's move on to the last set. Find the missing side, round to the nearest tenth. So basically the rule is, if you're finding the angle, if you're looking for an angle, you're going to use, if you're looking for a side, you are going to use, okay, that's just something to study. This tool can find sides or angles. And then we're going to kind of go into some of the uses of this in real life, but for now we're just going to figure this out. Okay, looking at 15, all I need to do is set this up, and some of these can be tricky. I kind of ruined my room here, so I'm going to use my magic piece of blue paper. So I have a new room. All right, opposite, adjacent. Okay, movie screen, and it touches my angle. So this is going to be tangent 43 is going to equal opposite over adjacent. Okay, now we're just going to do some regular old algebra. So the step here is to get x by itself, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 14. And so what do you put in the calculator? Well, I'm going to put x equals 14 times tangent 43. Let's see how that works out here. So 14 times tangent 43. And we get 13.055. So let's see what we're supposed to do here. I forgot. Round to the nearest tenth. Okay. So if I round to the nearest tenth, I'm going to get 13.1. Okay. There we go. Let's do another one that's going to be a little bit different. That's when you're missing, this one is when you're missing the opposite. Let's look at one when you're missing the adjacent. Okay, so 17. Let's move to 17. So this would be the opposite, and this would be the adjacent. So let's set this up. Tangent of 64 is going to equal opposite over adjacent. Okay, and this one I like to do, basically it's a cross multiplication trick, but I'm just going to change these. Okay, this is the easiest way to do it. I'm just going to switch places, which you can do with cross multiplication. Technically there's a 1 over here, but I don't need to do anything with it because 1 times 10 would be 10. So I'm just going to switch these places. So I'm going to get x equals 10 divided by tangent 64. And we can put this in our calculator and get the right answer if you have it set up right. And let me show you what it looks like before I put it in the calculator. So here we go with the calculator. 10 over tangent 64. So I'm just going to do that. 10 tangent 64. And we're going to get 4.8777. So we're going to round into the nearest. So that would be 4.9. Make sure we're seeing that right. It's a little glary. All right. So that would be 4.9, and I'm done. So do your best on that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.